Hello, welcome. We're doing a case study today about the Inner Power Entrepreneur Group Coaching Program, and we've got Lisa. Lisa, will you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, my name's Lisa Dickey, and I'm in Toronto, Ontario. And I have a brick and mortar cooking school, and I teach pretty much everyone, like kids, adults, corporations for team building, private lessons. And also I have a niche in teaching adults who are neurodiverse, Down syndrome, mild intellectual disability, and autism. And I teach them cooking skills and life skills.
Yeah, you have such cool stuff. Will you share where your Instagram, the handle, because I know that some people want to check you out. And I think this is something that when we found each other, I looked at your Instagram. I'm like, oh, she's so high vibe with her videos, and like the way that you share what you do in the world is really powerful. So will you share your Instagram handle?
Yeah, my Instagram handle and Instagram and Facebook is Dickie's Cooking, and in LinkedIn, I think it's Lisa Dickey as much as my name.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Will you share why you decided to join the Inner Power Entrepreneur Group Coaching Program? Like, what were some of the things that you felt like you were struggling with?
Well, I've always felt like I struggle a bit with marketing and with business strategy. My things that I love to do that come naturally to me, cooking, thank goodness, that would be weird. And just like immediately interacting and teaching. I feel comfortable working with people, having them at ease, and I'm really excited to share my knowledge. But that doesn't always translate into a business plan. It just doesn't. And so when I opened my business, I literally just thought I just have to throw a sign up and then everybody will know I'm there. And it's not obviously the case at all. So that was a pretty harsh awakening. So, and I'm a solopreneur. I don't have a business partner. And so a lot of the decisions I make are in a vacuum. And so combined with like maybe not the strongest business sense of business strategy and being in a vacuum, it's not easy to grow. Like it really is essential to bounce your ideas and to bounce even not just your idea, but how you attack that idea off. And so that's part of it, is that I was really drawn to it for that. And the second is I was really, I started listening to your podcast, and I found the whole approach, not just the approach to mindset, but the diligence that's required in order to shift your mindset, because it sounds easy. And lots of things sound easy, but it's really really being aware and present to how negative or insidious thoughts can really derail things, and how, like, even just things like cues around if this is in alignment with what you want to do, if this is even in alignment with what comes easily to you, right? Because sometimes you just sort of fight with things that you should do versus things that you really should do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like dropping the unessentials, automating, delegating, that kind of thing, and really discerning like what makes sense to move forward with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious, like in your words, what would you say have been the biggest result that you've gotten from being in the group coaching program?
Well, because number one, the biggest result is that there are regular daily opportunities to tap into something, whether it's around marketing strategy or mindset strategy or how to network better, or like all of these things. So there's daily activities that can be done independently, plus there's 2 meetings a week. And so the opportunity to kind of reconnect with people who are actually keeping track of what you're doing, like what happened with that, or what are you working on. And that also is huge. Like it's really hard to be on your own all the time and making decisions on your own all the time, and to know if you're doing the right thing, like, or even just to share your victories. So I feel like it's a really great balance of in-person learning and mentorship and independent learning. And it's independent learning that I feel like has a real, like, the breadth of your business. It's not just, it's, yes, it's, yes, make more money. That's like, there's lots of strategies to make more money, but it's make more money in terms of like how you manage money, how you manage yourself around your relationship with money. So it's like the kind of what people would say, like the woo-woo stuff, but also just the nuts and bolts of running a business and being realistic with what level of output you can come up with, and also what level of satisfaction you have about it. Because it's not just about making money, it's about having a life that you're grateful to be living, right? And
Yeah.
that's hard. That's a hard balance sometimes.
Yeah. I love that about our group, like bringing to the table. Obviously, it's like I have business strategy, but that woo-woo piece where it's like making the woo-woo practical and then actionable, where you get to practice on your own, but then come to the group and chat about it and see and hear other people who are going through similar things often. And then, something I want to highlight, you said that I think is so important, is that siloed feeling we can have as entrepreneurs, where
Yep.
you're making decisions on your own and you have all these thoughts all the time, right? And you go like, oh, I want to bounce this off of me and the people in the group, and it's a really powerful community in that way. I really
I think
love
so
that.
too. I think it's a powerful community, and also there's a real range of what people do. Like, it's not like everybody is in the same business, because that also can feel a little if everybody's doing the same thing, it can feel like, well, it's kind of, it can almost feel like competitive, right? Like
Yeah.
especially, I mean, I'm in a different.
Yeah, that's so, I hadn't thought of that. That's interesting. That's true. We are so diverse in our community. Yeah.
So, yeah, I really like it. I really look forward to it. And it never, I mean, honestly, it never even really occurred to me until last December. I'm like, mindset? You don't say. Wow. I have no idea. But it's huge. It's
Yeah.
huge. I mean, it's not easy, but I'm convinced, if I am convinced it ain't gonna happen, it probably won't.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's up leveling your mindset around
It
it and
really
then
is.
creating more magnetism.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. And I really and also it's inspiring. Like, you're a genuine success story, and in like a well-rounded success story. And that's a lot. It doesn't mean as much to me if someone said, oh yeah, I had to find myself after making sense of my enormous trust fund. It's not the same victory. I'm not saying that people who are born into enormous wealth don't have issues, but it's not the same issue that I have in terms of being feeling financially abundant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that coaching philosophy of like, I've been there and done it, and I can pave the way for you and show you the exact steps to get what you want,
Yeah.
which I'm so excited for you for this year, because I know that like life has its twists and turns and business has its twists and turns, and you've been in business for a while. And it's like, what I see for you is really stepping into zone of genius and making the easiest money possible, really enjoying what you do. And I see you on that journey, and it's so fun to watch, because I'm looking forward to what's coming for you, because I know this happens for all entrepreneurs, where they don't know the mindset piece is important. And then when you start working on the mindset piece, sometimes it like breaks you down a little bit, and then things get harder for a while. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden you have this exponential growth, and then you'll be looking back, pinching yourself, going like, oh, I'm so glad I did this work, because now my life and business feel really aligned. And I see that for you. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah. I feel like I feel more and more like I mean, I've always been someone who's uh almost revels in being too busy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part of me that feels like that you're missing so much. You miss, first, it just means that you don't have any downtime, which is not really a success point.
Burnout, really. Yeah.
And the other thing is that, to me, I feel like there are so many physical, emotional cues around what you're doing and why you're doing that you hear a lot faster if you're not either working or on your phone or sleeping. Like, it's just like, if you have no just straight downtime, like no quiet time, no moment to reflect, why am I doing this? Does this make sense? I feel like there's lots of hints and clues and nudges that have just blown by me, because I'm working like crazy or I'm in panic mode. And it's a real, and it's just your life is passing you by.
Yeah. So the program has really helped you slow that down so you can look
100%.
within.
It's really helped slow me down. And it's really helped to slow me down. And it's really helped to see aspects of a life that I want. Like, I can see it. Oh, that's what a balanced workday looks like. That's what it looks like to be, yes, that's a good price. I got paid for what I did, and that's a great use of my time. And now I'm just going to go and enjoy other aspects of my life. Like, it's to see it in action, it makes a huge difference. And to see other people make their shifts in how they're shifting their business, or how they're approaching, how they're working on either their networking or making connections or establishing a price, and how they go about it. It's, you can learn, like, or I feel like I'm learning a lot from what other people are doing.
Yeah, I love that about the group dynamics. It's amazing. Thank you for sharing all that. What would you tell people who are interested in the Inner Power Entrepreneur Group Coaching Program? Like, what would you say to them about joining?
Well, I would say, if you look at, first, if you look at the investment and what you get out of the investment, you get like 2 hours of relatively small group coaching. I've been in other masterminds where they have a coaching call with 50 people on them.
Or even thousands. I've been on some with thousands before.
It's not a coaching call. To me, that's not realistic. I mean, I'm not saying it's nothing. I'm just saying it's not really a coaching call, because a coaching call, theoretically, everybody could raise their hand. And I do feel like there are times I don't ask a question every group, but when I do ask a question, my question gets answered, and it doesn't just get answered by you. Other people will send me a private chat or a suggestion or anything. So it's an interactive group, and it's a really supportive group. It's not just, you don't just talk for 45 minutes and then we say goodbye and whatever, go on with our day. On top of that, there's a huge body of resources that you can avail yourself to regularly on a range of topics. And to be able to do that one at your own pace. Also, the lessons are manageable. It's not like, you're not like, oh, 45 minutes, seriously? No, because you don't always have that. You don't, like, I'm not doing that. But you don't, but you do have 25 minutes. And honestly, I wish I had put in the first 3 years of my business, education or learning from a bunch of different areas as a top priority, because you can't know everything. That's nonsensical. You don't. And as a new business, you really don't. You don't. So to just like, oh, that's a little trick on budgeting, that's a little trick on managing money, that's a little trick on all of that stuff, is a huge help.
Awesome. I love that. It's the daily program, like this short daily lesson, so powerful.
They're great.
Okay. Thank you so much. We're going to wrap up now. We just wanted to give you a flavor of what it's like to be in the Inner Power Entrepreneur Group Coaching Program. So thank you for sharing, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. I love the program. I think it's fantastic.